Good morning, sir. Good morning, classmate. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Rosimay Estrada Asibo, the leader of Group A. So in today's video, we will be discussing about the organisms in the ecosystem with emphasis on the importance of predation, competition, parasitism, mutualism, and commensalism. So, ecosystems are large, often highly complex areas of our environment. So, if you think about it, everything on Earth doesn't exist in its own little bubble. So, species interact every day. So, that interaction is a vital part of how organisms develop and change over time. So, here we got an example of Tom Hanks. This is from a movie called Castaway. So he lost in an island, he got stranded there, even there's no humans around. So he's interacting with his environment. So think about it just today. How many organisms have you interacted with? Maybe your family, your classmate, your pets, maybe a mosquito bite you, and your breakfast. So your breakfast is actually known from different organisms. Let me ask you one question. Could you live and go without these interactions? Nope, right? I mean, maybe you can live without the mosquito, but those other ones are pretty important too. So we're going to learn about the importance of these interactions. There are other interactions in the ecosystems that need to be valued with. First is predation, to be discussed by Abrisaldo Jarem and Amay Grace. Second is competition, to be discussed by Akabal Sharim and Asibron Cathy. Third is parasitism, to be discussed by Adlaon Mariel and Augustine Ana Marie. Fourth is mutualism, to be discussed by Altobar John Ray and Amparado Jalvin. And lastly is commensalism, to be discussed by Baguio Danomar and Bahandi RR.
This is Jaren T. Abrisaldo, and my task is to give emphasis on the importance of predation. Once again, predation is a biological interaction where one organism, the predator, kills and eats another organism, its prey. Predators exhibit traits such as sharp teeth, claws, and venom that enhance their ability to catch food. They also possess extremely acute sensory organs that help them to find potential prey. So allow me to give you an example of a predator. The lion. Lion is often called the king of the jungle, and although they do not actually live in the jungle, they are the top predators in their habitat. Lions help stabilize the population of herbivores like buffaloes and zebra. Without lions or any of these carnivores, herbivores would increase in population and overgraze the natural foliage, depleting the health of their ecosystem. So when we say overgraze, it is where the grass cover is depleted, leaving bare and protected patches of soil. So as a result, water and wind cause erosion, especially in clay soils, and the growth of poisonous plants and thorny shrubs would increase. Another example of a predator is snakes. Snakes are major predators of rodents like house mouse and rats are commonly known to cause leptospirosis not only to animals but to humans as well. Without snakes, rampants of rats would be unimaginably scary because leptospirosis is an infectious disease can lead to death if left untreated. Therefore, keeping rodents population is very important. Generally, predation do not only stabilize plants animals coexistence but gives benefits to humans as well.
My name is Grace Amay, and today I'm going to explain the importance of predation in our ecosystem. So according to lesson 6, predation is a predator and prey relationship. Usually the predator feeds on prey and are usually bigger and stronger than the other organisms. And a given example here is the eagle and the snake. So predator and prey relationship are also vital in maintaining and even increasing the biological diversity of our ecosystem. and also in helping to keep the ecosystem stable. This is because a single species is kept under control by the species that uses it for food. So predators are critical for healthy ecosystems, ensuring that a greater variety of species survive and thrive by keeping prey population in check. With no predators to control the population and alter feeding behavior, the prey species quickly degrade and overrun its habitat. As food becomes scarce, the population becomes sick and malnourished and will either move or crush. That is how predation is very important in maintaining the balance of our ecosystem. That's all.
I am Sherry Makabal. All of the interactions in the ecosystems are very important in maintaining a stable ecosystem. One of this interaction is the competition. We are all familiar about the word competition. This is the act or process of trying to get or win something. In biology, competition is a relationship between organisms that strive for the same resources in the same place. For example, there are two dogs and the owner of that dog's throwing a bone. Therefore, the dogs compete. Who will be the one who can get the bone? Another example, two male birds of the same species compete for mates in the same area. In our module, we can see there that both plants and animals may compete for food, space, shelter, and territory. If this interaction will continue, one of the interacting organisms will be eliminated. Ecological competition helps maintaining the community structure and species diversity within ecosystems. And having the concept of this competitive exclusion is also being used to improve agricultural practices.
Good day everyone, I am Kathy A. Asibran. So, competition is an interaction between organisms or species in which both require a resource that is in limited supply. Competition lowers the fitness of both organisms involved, since the presence of one of the organisms always reduces the amount of the resource available to the other. Competition will occur between organisms in ecosystems when their niches overlap. They both try to use the same resource and the resource is in short supply. Animals compete for food, water, and space to live. Then, plants compete for light, water, minerals, and root space. Competition plays a very important role in ecology and evolution. The best competitors are the ones who survive and get to pass on their genes. Their progeny or offsprings will have an increased chance of survival because their parents outcompeted and their conspecifics. That's all.
I am Adlaon Mariel A. So parasitism is a widespread phenomenon in nature that affects almost every creature on the planet, either as hosts or as parasites. Parasitism has evolved in viruses, bacteria, protozoa, invertebrates, and vertebrate metazoans, hence it is not limited to a few taxonomic groupings. Parasites' ecological interactions are notoriously difficult to monitor. Many live their lives secretively in intimate contact with their host, but invisible to the outside world. Parasites can function as both predators and prey. Parasites help to increase biodiversity by allowing a competitively weaker species to coexist with the dominant one. Parasites also have an impact on biodiversity by regulating host populations directly. Parasitic effects on ecological communities can be especially severe when the hosts are keystone or dominant species that plays critical role in the ecosystem.
My name is Agustin Anamari, and this time I am going to tackle about the importance of parasitism. Parasitism is more common than traditional predation as a consumer lifestyle. fact, parasites play an important role in regulating the population of the host and the balance of our overall ecosystem. First, they kill off some organisms and make others vulnerable to predators. And mostly, there are millions of undiscovered parasite species whose ecological niches we can only guess at. Parasites are also influence host behavior and fitness, and it can regulate host population sizes, sometimes with profound effects on traffic, interactions, and food webs, competitions, biodiversity, and also keystone species. These interactions suggest that parasites are integral components in shaping our community and ecosystem structures. That's all. Thank you.
I am Altubar John Racy, and today we are going to tackle about the importance of mutualism in our ecosystem. Mutualism meaning in Lesson 6, Module 3, says that in this interaction, either both plants, animals, or plants and animal may benefit with each other without any harm. In this video, I am going to discuss the importance of mutualism. According to my research, mutualism occurs in every aquatic and terrestrial habitat. Indeed, ecologists now believe that almost every species on Earth is involved directly or indirectly in one or more of these interactions. So, mutualism are crucial to the reproduction and survival of many plants and animals and to nutrient cycles and ecosystem. So when we talk about mutualism, it is also a relationship between two organisms of different species that work together. So, the best example are shown in the picture. The oxpeckers, a kind of bird, and the rhinoceros or zebra. The oxpeckers get food and the bees get pest control. So just like the myna bird and the carabao. That is my views and opinions of the importance of mutualism.
My name is Jelbin Bohol Amparado, B.Ed 1 Section A, and today's video I am going to explain the importance of mutualism. Mutualism plays an important role in ecology and evolution. Despite the importance of mutualism in both evolution and ecology, some authors have argued that mutualism has been less studied than other interspecific interactions such as predation or parasitism, with the main argument being smaller concentration of ecology and biology textbook towards mutualism. In addition, mutualism is thought to have driven the evolution of much as flower forms and co-evolution between group of species. And that will be all. Thank you.
Commensalism is one of the relationship between plants and animals or even animals to animals that we can observe in the ecosystem. The main key point to remember when we talk about commensalism is that one benefits from the other without hurting the latter. As I read the module, the best example of this type of relationship would be humans benefiting from the shade of the tree. And if we observe or analyze this example, the human did not hurt the tree in order to benefit from its shade. One example that I can think of is between a lion and a scavenger animal like hyenas or vultures. The scavenger animal benefits from the leftover food of the lion, or also in the marine ecosystem as well. Fishes benefit from the corals for providing a good laying ground for their eggs. So now, how important is this relationship, commensalism? All of us know that this type of relationship is different from predatorism. So if there are too many predation in that specific area or ecosystem, the main prey animal's population would be scarce and would not be able to supply food, and eventually the life in that area would be gone. That is why commensalism is important, because animals can benefit without harming anything, and also they can benefit from the trees or plants to be their hiding place to lay their eggs or give birth to their newborn baby to produce more of their species population, and that would help to sustain their population. And in this way, the food chain or food web would sustain its balance. And that is my viewpoint, or that is my viewpoint on why commensalism is important.
What is commensalism? From the etymology, the word commensalism, it's derived from the word commensal, meaning eating at the same table in the human social interaction, which in turn comes through French from the medieval Latin commensalis, meaning sharing table, from the prefix com, meaning together, and mensa, meaning table or meal. So commensalism, in short, it is a type of the symbolic relationship takes place between two living organisms in which the one organism benefits without harming while the other is not. So what is the importance of the commensalism to the ecosystem? So in contrast, commensalism can be defined as an interspecific relationship in which one species obtains benefits such as food, shelter, or locomotion from other species without causing adverse effects. So commensalism often occurs between larger hosts and a smaller commensal. Yes, one of the example of the commensalism is human and bacteria. We all know commensalism, it is a relationship between species in which one benefit and the other is unaffected. So humans are hosts of a variety of commensal bacteria in their bodies that do not harm but them rely on them for survival. Example, bacteria that consume dead skin. So bacteria like fungi, mates from the commensal flora and fauna and the skin, the fungi Malassezia, further, and Candida albicans are found in the skin in some individuals. All humans can act or as a host to skin mates such as Demodex, Phyllocarum, and Demodex brevis. That would be all, and thank you.